have this friend, he's a real estate investor, and he believes, or somehow in his head, like every house he buys, he doesn't think of it as an investment. He thinks of it as, what if I had to live in this house? So one particular house I'm thinking about, he had it all fixed up, looked really cute. And he went into the basement and he found like a teacup full of water, like, you know what I mean? Like a little tiny bit of moisture in the basement. And he was like, oh, I can't sell this house with a damp basement. Now, first of all, half the basements in New England are damp or wet or underwater, but he didn't feel comfortable with that. So what he decided to do was he excavated the entire exterior perimeter of the property, and he applied like a waterproofing paint from the outside of the house. Okay. Applied like this waterproof paint, did all this, moisture mitigation, put the house, put all the dirt back in, the whole thing. And when he was done, do you think that added $1 to the value of that house? Not $1. It did not add nothing. All the, I don't know how much, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 at each cost to excavate the entire perimeter of the basement and put that stuff on and put everything back together, redo all the landscaping. He did not recoup $1 of that investment. But because the market was with him at that time, right? This was a couple of years ago, the market's going up. So even though that whole process took him a couple of months, the whole time he was doing it, the value of the house was going up. So it really wasn't a big deal. Now, if he tried to do that now, every day that he had that property off the market, he'd be potentially losing money because the market is not jumping up in this area. So it's so vitally important that you know what the market's doing while you're working on your investment, right? If you're doing a flip and the market's going up, hey, take your time. It's not a big deal. You're going to recoup what you have to pay in holding costs while you're sitting there waiting for that property to be finished. But if the market's going down, every day you're not selling that house, you're potentially losing money, not just the holding costs, but the market is like you're what they call chasing the market down. You're doing more and more work to the property and the price is getting eroded right under your feet.